Hi, welcome back to Thrifty in OKC. I am going to try something a little bit different. So I have my screen up to show you guys what I sold. I haven't done a video like this yet. I also have not done one where I'm showing my screen and showing my face at the same time. So we'll see how this goes. It could be a total disaster. If you are just watching for the first time, I am a part-time reseller. I do work a full-time job. So I do this. I call it my side hustle. We paid all of our debt off with this money, and now we use it to travel and to save, and we hope that we're going to get to retire early. So I wanted to share a what I sold video just to give people who might be new to reselling and they're reselling part-time an idea of what you can make when you just sell part-time and you're not working it all the time like some of the awesome full-time resellers do. It is still worth your while. You can still find great stuff and make great money. So for the last week, I sold on Etsy and eBay. I actually turned my Poshmark Closet off last week because my husband was traveling and I knew I was going to be single momming for the week. And I normally make about 1 to 2 sales a day on Poshmark, and I just did not know if I was going to be able to keep up with the shipping on it. So I shut it down for a week and just turned it back on yesterday. So there's not going to be anything from Poshmark, but I do sell on Poshmark, and typically that would be included. Maybe next time I will include that. Yes, it is fourth quarter. Yes, I probably missed a little bit of money, but in the grand scheme of things, again, I'm part-time. It was not worth it for me to have to spend no time with my son in order to try to get all the shipping done by myself. I wanted to do some holiday activities with him. So again, that's the great thing about doing this on the side or just doing it in general in lieu even of a full-time job. You kind of get to make your own hours, and that makes it awesome. When you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. So anyway, let's get started. So the first item, well, at first I think I totaled up, I'm looking at my phone. Yep. So last week I made $552 on sales. I only sold 6 items. I did have one high-priced item, and I'll show you that. I typically probably average about $400 because again I have Poshmark on, so I usually stay around the $400 to $500 range every week. Sometimes it's less, sometimes I have some really great sales and it's more, but still that's extra $2,000 a month. Now the 552 is a gross number. It is not a net. That means no pricing has come out of it. However, I try to buy stuff fairly inexpensive. I try to stay $5 or less. If it's really fabulous, I might try for 10. Some of the Etsy stuff I'm not going to remember what I paid for it just because it's sat for a really long time. To this first blazer that I have, I sold for $37. I don't remember where I got it. The picture is not great. I remember photographing this. I had a really hard time. It is a really deep green velvet with a cute floral print on it. And it is a super cute jacket, but it was a pain in the butt to photograph. And you can kind of see that in the photographs here. They were not fabulous. So I sold that jacket for $37. And then I sold this Pendleton sweater. And I sold it for $62. It is a men's sweater. I sell men's and I'll sell anything vintage for the most part. I don't sell a lot of kids, but I would if I found something really great. And you're going to see something here in this haul that was really great. So I did sell this. It was $62. And then I also sold this pearl snap. I paid $1 for this. At Pendleton, I don't remember what I paid on that. But Pendleton usually does well, especially if it is a Southwest style print. This, I paid $1 for this, I think at the flea market. I might have paid $2 for it. I did not pay very much. I sold it for $35. Pearl snaps are funny. Some of them do really great. This one had a really great, let me see if I can show you the back. Yeah, that one had a really great detail on the back. So a lot of times any of the ones obviously with embroidery are going to do better than ones without. So, and that was what it looked like from the front. Again, I don't know why these pictures look really washed out to me, but so my next one, and this one is going to be, this was my big sale. So I posted on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen this. This is a Betty Odin girls pageant polka dot dress, as you can see. It sold for $310. I got that at the Goodwill, so I think I paid $4.49 for it. It came out on a cart with about 8 or 9 of these really puffy dresses. These do really well. Not all labels, but Betty Odin is a good one, so commit that into your memory if you're new to selling vintage. We saw the cart roll out, and I saw the little frilly dresses, and I told my husband, run! And he was like, what do I grab? And I was like, grab anything that's poofy. And we did, and so we found 3. I sold one on Instagram, via Instagram, and I sold it for $100, and then I sold this one for $310, and then I have one that is still out there. So, Martha's 2 is a good one. We're fussy, that's a good one. But really anything, if it's got a tulle skirt underneath it and a bell and it's vintage, remember those little skirts used to have the little bells? I don't know if they still do that anymore because I have a boy, but pick it up and look up the label because some of them sell for really good money, obviously. This one had 7 bids. It was a good auction. I started it out, I think, at $249. So I was very pleased with that, needless to say. We also bought, you hear me talk about a lot about looking for Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, Dungeons and Dragons, stuff like that. We bought a set of Magic the Gathering cards for $8 at the flea market, and this binder came with it. So we sold the binder for $55, as you can see, and it only had 1 bid, and I think I had to list it a couple of times, but it did sell for $55. So that was a great sale. Obviously, that covered all the cards as well, which we sent in. And then the last sale that we had on eBay, and I say we because I found the Magic the Gathering, but my husband picked these up. So he got these along actually with the console for $5. We did not have a way to test the console, and it was heavy, and it was going to be a pain in the butt to ship. So we tossed that aside. I think we redonated it. But we kept the games, and so we sold all of the games total for $54. So again, going part-time, I always tell people I'm not in it for necessarily a quick flip unless I'm needing to raise cash for something like a vacation. I'll let stuff sit, especially on Etsy. You get 4 months on there for like 20 cents, or maybe it's 3 months. I don't know. I don't even remember anymore, but it's a ton of time. And I mean, I've had stuff out there for 2 years and it'll still sell. List it and forget it. You hear that a lot in the reseller world. But I do that for sure on Etsy. So, and I try to find things that have a higher flip just because I'm limited on time. If I did this full time, I would totally do the buy it and make a $10 profit and just repeat. I mean, that adds up, and that's a great business model. It just can't be mine right now because I'm part-time. So anyway, if you like this video and you like to see kind of what I've sold and helps you find some BOLOs as well, be on the lookouts for those of you who are just new into the reselling world, please give me a thumbs up, comment below. I always like to watch these videos because that's how I learn about things like the Betty Odin frilly girls dress. I wouldn't have known about that. I watched it on a video a long time ago, and it just kind of stuck in my brain. So, and please subscribe. I'm always excited to have new subscribers. I'm new to YouTube, and hopefully you found some value in this. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Have a great one, and happy holidays. We're coming up on Christmas. Only 10 shopping days left.